everybody, Sarah here at the Big Blast Homestead. Just going to do some vlogging today. I don't have a whole lot going on. I mean, I do, so I'm just going to show you bits and pieces of everything that's going on right now on my little homestead, farmstead, whatever you would like to call it. I don't know. I personally just think it's a lifestyle, and it's kind of just homestead's more of an easier way to look it all up, but I won't get into all that. But anyway, what I'm doing today is I'm going over garden notes. I have planted all of my seed starts and they are all growing. I've got to get them moved because they are struggling. They're leaning towards the light, getting a little leggy. So I'm gonna get those moved today, and then I've got to get out and I got to pick okra. You'll see what I mean when I pick the okra. I'll show you how much I'm getting in a day. And actually this is only going to be the morning picking because it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. I've already ran around doing a bunch of other stuff for the day, and now it's time to go ahead and settle and pick okra. But it's been some crazy weather here lately. In fact, the first thing I want to talk about is sorry, I've been outside, so I'm thirsty. But we had an earthquake a few days ago on the 9th. We actually ended up with a earthquake hitting. And I am so close to the border of North Carolina that, because I'm actually like right on the border, where this hit and started, it actually affected us. Now, I didn't have any damage, nothing major, nothing. It was just rumbles and shakes. We've dealt with that stuff before. We live close to a military base, and I've had sonic booms come through, which, you know, that's a really weird occurrence if you've never seen one. But we've had a couple sonic booms that we felt like things were blowing up, like people were just blowing up outside. But having a 5.1 magnitude earthquake, that was crazy. So I pulled up a news story. I'm not going to read it to you, but I just want to show you in case you're like, oh, no way, not in South Carolina. No. I'm going to show you. We had an earthquake. See? 5.1. And I'm actually right over in this area. I'm not going to point exactly where, so I'll just kind of do a spinny thing right on the border. I'm right over there. And yeah, it says on this map that we were not affected very highly, but we could feel it. The house shook. It woke the kids up. That was how bad it really was. Okay, I am so tired of the crazy weather. I'm going to admit that I'm one of those people that is like, done. I'm sorry, but extreme heats, cold fronts that are staying too long, gardens getting planted behind, ginormous massive storms that are 20% chance, and it looks like I'm getting hit with a hurricane. And then we have, you know, everything else, because it's just like rainstorms all the time, constant rain, constant thunder, constant lightning. And last night, holy wow, that was bad. I don't even know where it came from because we were not predicted to have any weather issues. But at about 1 in the morning, everybody was up because it looked like War of the Worlds outside. Like, no lie. I didn't get back to sleep till after 4, so I'm tired this morning. But yeah, it was crazy. So loud. Just thunder. I should have recorded it, but I was just like, please just go away so I can go back to sleep. But the thunder was so loud. If you could imagine having like giants standing over your house and beating through the roof to get at you, that's what it sounded like. And the lightning flashes just lit up the entire sky. Like, seriously, War of the Worlds. If there was ever a alien invasion, that's what it would have looked like. Like, no lie. So, with that being said, I had to go out and do early walks. We've got some limbs down. We've got some puddle issues. We have some minor damage here and there in the garden areas. Ducks got flooded out because their coop's on concrete, so it just, and I just changed all of it. I just changed it all and cleaned it and put fresh hay in, so I have to redo all that again. I haven't checked on my chickens today. Emma let them out this morning and they seem to be okay, but I'm going to go over and just check just to make sure that, you know, they've dried out throughout the day, because yeah, it was pretty bad rain. But aftermath is that I now have a brown spot on my ceiling, which means my roof is leaking. So, yep. It started out with just a really faint spot right over here, like barely noticeable, kind of yellow. But that's what I woke up to this morning. So, nothing better than trying to fix a roof. All right, so I've gone through my garden plans. I'm getting ready to move all these seedlings. I have so much stuff on my list. It's unbelievable. But I'm going to get everything done. I've been working on cleaning the garden. So let's just go walk around and see what's going on here at my little homestead. All right, so I got a bunch of peppers this morning. Those are the Jimmy Nardellos. And I got some squash. So I'm going to work on processing that today. I'm going to grab my basket and we're going to go out and we're going to get this okra and talk about things while we're walking and on the way. And see, all these little seedlings, they're leaning. They're trying to lean towards the light. There's enough light that comes through in the afternoon, but not in the morning. So I got to get all these guys moved today. And I don't have a whole lot. I mean, I have a whole lot. I'm going to admit. But I think I know where I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them on my beds up front because I'm not ready to plant in those yet. And so I just got to work on getting these all moved. What you doing, Chi-Chi? You trying to get my basket? Why you gotta do that? Chi-Chi suffered an injury the other day. He actually broke one of his spur tips off. That was a little scary. So we had to clean it up and fix him up and put a Band-Aid on it and some cornstarch and stop the bleeding and all that fun stuff. But he is doing well. Being as ornery as ever and getting into trouble. Right, Chi-Chi? Okay, so I've been pulling all the corn out of my garden. This was all the stuff that was right here beside this trellis. I don't compost my corn. I just kind of burn it sometimes. Sometimes I just leave it until it disintegrates on its own. But it doesn't break down the way that I want. So I don't ever compost it. But look at this. Walk over this way. These are actually getting really close to ripe. This one is. Because the skin's changing. But yeah, I've just got cantaloupes everywhere. My zinnias are definitely doing what they need to do. I've got butterflies everywhere. And I'm telling you, if you don't stop and just look at butterflies on occasion, you're missing out. I mean, look how beautiful that guy is. And he's just happy as can be. Okay, so this was the area where my chicken was laying eggs. And something came through and ate them all. And I found that out as I was pulling all this corn and cleaning up this bed. I haven't gotten as much done yet as I wanted to. It's been so hot and then we've had the rain. But you can see I've been cleaning up, trying to get as much done as possible. Sunflowers are still doing amazing. A lot of them are starting to droop because their heads are finished. I do have just a weedy mess everywhere. I went through all of this to see if any of my artichokes survived, and they just got choked out, and it's fine. I decided after I planted them anyway that I was going to transplant them because I didn't want them over here. I think I'm going to turn this into just a big giant melon patch area, or for giant squash. So it's a good thing they're not there now. I don't have to worry about them as much, but got to restart artichokes again, like always. And see, I harvested all my spaghetti squash thinking that the plant was done. You can see how lush it is here, and then there's all this empty space, and then there's a little bit of lushness there. I thought the vine was dying, but nope, it's going to still produce, so I'm leaving it there for now. I love my gourd patches. I don't use these stalls because I don't have livestock, but just look at the beauty of these vines. This kind of hides the ugly. I did show it with the last shot where you could see it through the front. But look at this, just massive, lush, green beauty. If you are wondering, that is a snake gourd. Oh, look at that. I actually have eggs on this, and I'm not sure what they are. They're really pretty though. They're real shiny and copper. Kind of look like goldstone. Lots of little birdhouse gourds. And a lot of them are not getting pollinated very well. Like this one's really squishy right here. So I'm pretty sure that one's just dead. But you can see this one back here is brown. It's gone. But this plant is now starting to suffer. So I may only get what's on here, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm coming out to pick the okra. These are plants that I transplanted in over here. And all of that's where I spilt my okra. So I didn't think it was going to do a whole lot. And then I start coming out here and there's just okra everywhere. This thing is just covered. So we're gonna pick a ton of it today. I've got 3 patches of okra. I have this large one and then 2 smaller ones. So we'll go through and we'll pick, and I'll show you the harvest that I'm getting. But other than that, let's just do some more updates on the garden while I'm here, because I got a lot going on. Spots like this alarm me. You can see all that grass, because I haven't mowed yet and it's been raining, but all that grass is tall except for here. And I'm going to guarantee that that's where a deer laid down. I find those through my fields all the time, so I'm going to assume that somebody slept in my garden last night. Luckily, they didn't eat anything. Hopefully, keep my fingers crossed. Okay, so I started cleaning up the beds because I need those to plant seeds into. I did go ahead and fill this trellis. I pulled all the Tigger melons down. Then I went ahead and planted some cucumber seeds to see if those will go. Because I removed the giant tomato plant and all of the Tigger melons, I now have my Swiss chard exposed and it's bouncing back. So I'm going to cut it all down short and hopefully be able to get big harvests off of it. You can see my leeks showed back up again. And since, I don't know, it's been 4 days since I pulled the Tigger melons, they've already doubled in size. So I'm happy about that. But, like I said, guys, it's weedy and I have to mow. I did leave the Tigger melons over here. You can see a couple are already starting to ripen. But these were true seed, and so I can use these to get more seed from. And so I just had to make sure that I got that. I didn't want to lose out on the opportunity to have more seed. But I've come through and I've started cleaning up the beds. And there it is. Without its clothes, the Kentucky Wonder pole bean trellis looks so sad. But I removed every inch of that. And I'm going to come through and probably plant some more cucumbers on this as well. I'm probably going to do cucumbers on this side only. And then I'm going to do peas on the other side. And then peas on the trellis behind. And then I'm doing peas in that first area that I showed you guys. I need more peas this year. And they suffered in the last spot, so I'm trying really hard to get a lot of peas. Yeah, this okra patch is definitely rocking. This is the emerald okra. Now, some of these look really big, and I understand that. I was a little alarmed myself when I first saw them, but they're actually really tender still. So, this variety is not a thin okra, but a fat okra. And the flowers are just beautiful. Beautiful flowers. But it's a fatter width, and so I like it. I think I might replace my Perkins Long Pod, which I always grow. But see, even this one still feels quite tender. And you can tell when an okra pod's gone too far when you squeeze it. If it's real crackly and crunchy and you can't squeeze into it, yeah, it's too woody and it's not edible. And that's a seed saving only. I think I have one over here. I actually left some on this one plant for seed. Yeah, this one. You hear that? Yeah, that's too far. But I decided since these smaller plants weren't doing as well, I'm leaving those for seed so that I can get more. And yeah, I like this okra the best so far. Garden's still producing quite a bit. I've got tons of banana peppers. I just got to get in and clean the bed. And I had already harvested a bunch of these black-eyed peas. But they've already gotten dried pods on them again. And with all that being said, I mean, look at, they're just producing like crazy still. So I'm going to leave these until my frost date and see how much more I can get. Just a big shot. Very weedy mess of a garden. Told myself 30 days, so I'm working on it and I am going to get it all done. But you can see I need to mow really bad, need to pull more weeds. It is what it is. I don't even know what the temperature is. I'm just gonna say it's hot. But I got my most weird zucchini yet. It's got a little bit of spotting, and I think it might be because it sat in the rain, so we're just gonna go ahead and get that one preserved today. And then I picked another sunflower head. I should just wear that as a straw hat. Maybe that'll cool me off. But if you did not know when your sunflowers are ready, this is a trick that I've learned over the years. When you look at your flowers, you see all the little petal pieces that are still left. All the petals, the big petals, have fallen off. So what you want to do is just rub your finger or your hand across. You see all those that popped up? And see, now you can see all the seeds exposed. So when they pull apart real easy, then you can go ahead and pull these and bring these inside. That's what I do because I don't want the birds to eat them. I feed some of these to my chickens as treats, but overall it's always for saving seeds for next year. Sorry, I'm dripping sweat. So all you do is now set this in a warm spot. You want to rotate it a couple times, lay it flat this way, then lay it flat. Look at all this fall off. Lay it flat that way, and keep doing that because you want to make sure that none of this thick green will mold up. If you can, and you can get it onto like the top of a jar and let it sit this way, it'll do really well. I've done that many times too, but because I have so many going on, so many seeds, look at that. And sunflowers are edible. So if you grow sunflowers, feed them to your chickens, roast them up yourself. I mean, it's a fully edible seed. But just dry them out, and when the seeds turn black, and they will actually start to pull away. I can't show you on this one, but you can kind of bend this, and you'll actually see the seeds like start to pull apart and fall upward, and that means they're completely ready. So I've got 5 peppers in here as well, but here is the okra reveal. An entire bag completely full, or bin, sorry, completely full. Now these don't have a lot of crackling, so they're good. This one's got a little bit to it, so I may not save that one, but majority of my okra is average sized. Some of these that got a lot bigger, I can still use them as long as they're tender. You'll know when you slice your okra, and I'll actually just do a video on preserving okra because I'm telling you, that's all my days have been. I've got 3 3-gallon bags in my freezer already, and I've got my dehydrator full that I'm about to empty and then stuff again. But yeah, look forward to that. I'll do a video on how to preserve okra. I'll show you all the different ways that I do it. I won't give you full-on recipes. That's all to your discretion. But I'll show you all the ways that we preserve our okra and use it later on in the year and what it's used for and all of that stuff. That way I don't have to go through it all now. But we'll talk about okra later. Thank you guys for joining me on this little quick walk around. I can tell you that it is hot. I have so much work to do, and I still have to get back out and finish picking because I didn't pick everything that was ready, and I have seed saving to do today. Lots of flower heads, lots of cucumbers, beans, all sorts of stuff. So I'm just going to be out in the sun every 15 minutes, take a 30-minute break, 15 minutes, 30-minute break, unless I need to stay longer, because once I start to get overheated, I'm done. But I've got to get this all done. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you in the next video. Yeah, not much else going on except simple vlog today. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.